This video is sponsored by Deep Cut Studios. For a wide range of fantastic gaming resources such as battle mats, dice trays and pre-painted bases, check out the description below.
Hi guys and welcome back to TG Productions. My name is Tom and I'm joined by
Ben.
And what are we playing today?
We're playing Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Yeah, we are. We're going to throw buildings at people because that's fun. So I'm going to be using the Avengers as always. You've got?
I've got the Brotherhood.
Bad guys.
No, the good guys. Earth's Mightiest Heroes versus Tom's Avengers today.
Who are you bringing again?
Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Magneto.
Scarlet Witch.
And
Mr. Sinister.
Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, it's just the name.
Yeah, sure it is. Sure it is.
He's really nice.
He's a good guy. He's good on the weekend.
Yeah,
he's all right. So if you haven't seen us before, we're very much casual players who are rolling dice for fun, but we're going to show you the crews, show you the setup, and we'll be back in a sec. And here we go. This is my Avengers lineup for today's 17 threat battle report. We've gone with the standard list. We've got Captain America, we've got Iron Man, we've got Thor, Black Widow, and Hawkeye, and they are jack of all trades, masters of none. If you've seen the last battle report, you'll see they're pretty good overall. I'm a little bit fearful because Ben's bringing things that attack mystical defense, and that's perhaps the Achilles heel of these guys. But aside from that, pretty good. Cap's the leader. He's got the ability to kind of reduce the cost of superpowers each turn, once per turn, which is pretty handy. In terms of tactic cards, I have got the usual set. I've got Second Wind, Heave Ho, Avengers Assemble, Patch Up, and Ricochet Blast. So I've got a couple of movementy ones, a couple of heal ones, and then one beastly attack here. Any fear, Ben? Any characters you've got? Concerns?
I think Mr. Sinister's just eyeing them up, you know.
He wants his own version.
He wants his own version.
Some Dark Avengers, some might say.
No, we know who Earth's Mightiest Heroes are. It's the Brotherhood.
Let's go check them out then. And here we have Ben's absolutely beautifully painted Brotherhood faction here, mate. So who have we brought?
We've brought the Brotherhood. We've got Magneto, who's leading us today.
He's brought some scrap with him.
He's brought his own scrap with him. That's what he likes to do. He likes to throw around and destroy terrain.
Is it each power phase he gets to basically bring one in?
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. And we've got gonna have a nice board of lots of metal. That's what he wants to see.
Yeah, it's exactly what he wants. That's why we've gone downtown. Who else is accompanying him?
He's got Toad. He'd never stray too far away. Toad, low threat character, but he's good at interacting with objectives. So
he's quite nippy
he's a nice little support character. Fits him well with hanging around with Magneto.
It's the other two I'm terrified of.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. She's so good.
She is possibly MVP of the team for damage, particularly against Avengers. They've no particularly good mystic ability.
No, I've had many a time where, like, was it Captain Marvel last time that Scarlet Witch just nuked off the face of the earth with no issues at all?
Yeah, can't not bring Scarlet Witch.
She's also got a very important card, which we'll talk about in a second. But you've got Mr. Sinister, who's the
Mr.
fun
Sinister,
pick. He's great.
Yeah, he's obviously in a full Brotherhood list. Other options, but Mr. Sinister is a great character to go in the list.
He's got a splice mechanic, hasn't he, mate?
He likes to take his genetic samples, and we'll see what they can do.
He can reduce damage, or he can even make a new person.
Yes.
Which we'll talk about in a sec. Which tactic cards have you brought then?
So the tactic cards I've brought along the ones character specific. So I've got two for Magneto, which is Magnetic Crush, a good powerful weapon hopefully, and also Magnetic Refraction if we need to get any cover during the game. Scarlet Witch has brought the Whims of Chaos to start potentially giving some damage or healing ability for our team. And also No More Mutants, which is a good deterrent to
That's the one.
know that it's in the list.
Yeah.
A nice deterrent. Even if it doesn't get played, it can
Just
sometimes
has
be
an
played
impact.
as a deterrent.
Yeah. And Sinister's got a really cool one.
Sinister's brought his cloning banks. He might be looking to grow a new model during the game. Who knows?
As you do. So even though you are 4 models, you have the potential to add new ones in.
Yeah, and it's a bit tricky potentially on full activations. Obviously, depending on the crisis, there's lots of tokens to interact with, but potentially we're growing another model into the game. So
general gameplay for them, are they aggressive, are they defensive, are they flexy?
Just aggressive.
Just try and put damage in.
Put damage in.
Bring the activations down to your level.
That's effectively the best chance yet. Hopefully we can bring the activations down and get the points that way.
Fantastic. Well, without further ado, let's go check out and see the crises that we've got. And here we are, all set up for today's 17 threat game. And Magneto's brought his own scrap to the party, Ben.
Yeah.
Just,
I didn't think there was enough on the board.
He weren't happy with my board deployment. He's like, this downtown-like scenario, I'll help fix the goop in the middle of the board. I'll put some metal on it.
Yeah.
So we are playing Deadly Meteors and Struggle for the Cube. So just in case you're unaware, The struggle for the cube is our extraction. That's basically where we get fragments of the cosmic cube, but they hurt us, Ben, when we have them.
Yes, yeah.
We get power, but they chip away because obviously they're
Yeah.
just draining our energy.
Cost for the opportunity. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
And then the deadly meteors, they run through the middle, so there are actually 2 tokens in the middle. They're the ones where basically they're origin bombs and we have to roll against our energy defense to control them, and it's points for whoever controls the most. So there's 1 in the foreground, 1 in the middle, 1 just behind the barricade at the back. And you won priority, so you deployed first. You are a character down in terms of 4 to my 5, but you're quite beastly, quite strong, your characters.
Yeah, a couple of big hitters in the middle.
Definitely. Mr. Sinister ready to clone himself some new friends as well.
Yeah, that's always an option. Magneto obviously leading the Brotherhood, and Toad is just over here hanging out.
Toad staying away from anyone who can just one-shot him, basically. So, Luke's plan for this, I think I'm looking at the cosmic cubes, and it's one of those when there's 5 of them, it's kind of like, how many do you want to grab early, because they are going to damage you.
Yeah.
But then the origin bombs are really far away, so obviously it's a case of like sprinting to get to them.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's go get started with turn 1, which will be the Brotherhood. So, you have passed straight away.
Yes.
You're in that much in fear of the Avengers coming to come and deal with you. They're like, nah, or you're just patiently waiting. Magneto's like, hold the line.
Yeah. We're down on activation. It's always risky.
Always dicey, yeah.
So
I'm going to start with Natasha. She's going to go. So Black Widow is super fast. She moves along, but she's just going to go to about here. Easy. She's going to spend a power. She's going to pick up this cube because we don't fancy using the assassins for the origin bombs because their energy defense is not the best.
So she's hiding behind a lamppost.
Basically, it's a safe lamppost. Like, there's no one on your side who can manipulate metal, is there, Ben? So
No, it's fine. Okay, so the Brotherhood are going to activate with Toad first. He's just going to double move to the other side of this building. Now, Toad's got a nice wheel where he can interact at range 2, so we don't have to quite get as close as the other characters. We're going to interact with the Origin Bomb. Toad's energy defense is 3. And we're going to see if he can take control of that.
So you just need 1 success here.
We've got 2 from the wilds.
Lovely.
So Toad is now
in control.
Yeah.
This is a Brotherhood possession.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Iron Man's going to go for me. He is going to do something very similar. He doesn't have Toad's tongue abilities, though, sadly. I mean, he's just going to move to here.
He could have built one, sure.
A robo-tongue. He's going to move a second time, which gets him to here. And he's going to try and interact with this origin bomb. So I have a energy defense of 3. So 3 dice. And we get all of the successes in the land. So we will take this in control for the Avengers. And that will complete Iron Man's go.
I'm going to activate the boss next. So he's seen what Toad's been up to. He's reasonably impressed with Toad so far.
He's coming to supervise.
And he's coming to supervise now to make sure that he doesn't want anything going wrong. So we've pre-measured this. He's going to move, interact to pick up that, the cube fragments, and then he's going to move again into range 1 of the car so that he's, and the meteor to assist Toad with controlling that.
Lovely. Okay, I'm going to go with the boss man then, Captain America. He is going to move to this position here. He is going to interact to pick up a cosmic cube, and then we're going to just try and lob a shield at Toad, mate. So this is ignoring line of sight and cover, which is good. It's 5 dice versus your physical defense of
3.
We're hoping to get a wild here as well. So, it's 2 crits to start with. That's not bad.
I've got a block and a wild. So
Let's see how we do here. That is 4 successes versus your 2.
2 cancelled.
So 2 damage goes through.
2 damage free on Toad. He's down to 3.
Lovely, and that will generate me a power. But unfortunately, no ricochet, no shield bounce off his tongue. He kind of catches it and flings it straight back. And that's Cap all done.
Okay, now I'm going to activate Mr. Sinister now. He's only got 1 power, so we've got a choice between picking up a cube or taking a sample of Iron Man.
I like the way that you think. You were like, I could go for the objective,
could go for
or I could hit
objective.
someone. And you were like, I'm going to hit him.
He wants his samples. He's less interested in cubes than
he wants to go. So he's going to move first,
Yep, he's going to move first.
He's just protecting the cube for now.
So, I say in protection mode for the cube. And then we're going to spend its power to do some genetic splicing.
Against my mystical defense.
Against mystical defense. We've got 5 attack dice.
Oh, okay.
And we've got 3 wilds.
I get 1 success, so that would be 2 damage going through.
2 damage and...
I am invincible. Iron Man. So I take 1 damage and I gain power, knocks him down to 4 health, but you get a sample.
And I gain a genetic sample.
And what do these do, Ben? What can you do with them?
Well, they can boost our defense, or maybe might need to do some cloning later.
You can make your own Iron Man.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with Hawkeye. He is going to step up. First of all, he's going to spend 1 power, not 2, because of Captain America reasons, and he's going to hook arrow himself to here, because I don't want you having cover, and you're not within 1 anyway, are you, Mr.
No.
Toad? So I'm then going to fire an arrow shot at him. This is 5 dice. I'm going to choose your energy defense, but you're the same in both,
Same
really,
in both,
aren't you?
yeah.
So let's see how we do. Ooh, 2 successes.
I've got a crit, and obviously that one's no use. And a wild, so that's 2.
2 and 2, so nothing happens there, but I do get full quiver, which means I can give you bleed, shock, slow, or poison. I'm just going to give him bleed.
Okay.
Just so you take damage when you've in activation. I'm going to have to shoot him again. I wasn't expecting you to have such tanky Toadness.
Yeah, and Toad's took all the firepower.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what he's done wrong to your team.
He got a bomb. We want a bomb. So 5 dice again. That is 4 successes. That's quite tasty.
That one doesn't help, but those are critical. And they fail, so 1.
That would be 3 damage. How much health has he got left?
He's got 3 left.
That will take him into his unconsciousness. So that bleed that I put him in was completely redundant because he's going to shake. Hawkeye does have the ability to gain power equal to the damage that he's dealt. So he's going to go up to 3 power. And that'll do for Clint.
Okay, my final activation for this turn is Scarlet Witch. Now, the centre of the board's tempting, but there's also a 4 still to go this turn.
There's a Thor problem.
Yeah. So Scarlet Witch is actually just going to double move. So she can easily come round here and spend her power to interact and pick up this cube fragment.
Lovely. Well, I guess that just leaves the God of Thunder then. He's going to go. He's simply going to mosey. If no one else is going to take the middle, no one's going to play with him, he's going to go himself. He's going to literally walk pretty much to this side of things. Actually, no, go on this side. Just give Scarlet Witch something to worry about.
Yeah.
He's going to spend his first power quite simply to pick up the power cube. And then he's going to spend his second power to attempt to defuse or whatever this is with these infinity bombs, or like basically woo it to his side. He's got an energy defense of 4, so let's see how we do. He is a master of defusing bombs, and that will become to the Avengers side of things. And that will conclude our first turn. And this is the picture at the end of turn 1 going into turn 2, and the Avengers have raced ahead. It's 6 points to 2, mate. You've got 2 cubes.
Yep.
I have 3 cubes, and also because I have the controlling objective of these origin bombs, I get 3 points for that as well. But they do have consequences, which we'll talk about in a second. So you've also played a card.
Yes, I've played Cloning Banks on the cleanup phase. And Mr. Sinister's transferred his genetic splicing token onto that from the previous turn.
He's building. He's
building up.
He's conjuring.
Yeah.
So everyone who's got a cube has taken a point of damage. So for me, that's Black Widow, Thor, and Cap. For you, that is
Scarlet Witch and Magneto.
So they all gain a power for that, which is quite nice. And then we've generated our power as well.
Yeah, but Magneto generates. Actually, he's brought on
some more scrap. He's just decorating around the middle.
Yeah.
He's building his own wall there.
Yeah.
And obviously, you've got priority going into this turn.
Yes.
Any thoughts?
I'm going to activate first this time.
Yes. I think it's quite a narrow battlefield now.
It is now, yeah. Everyone's in range of
Pretty
somebody,
much everybody,
so,
There's going to be a lot of dice being flung here. So without further ado, let's start the second turn, which will be with Brotherhood.
Okay, I'm going to activate Scarlet Witch first, and 4 has come to Scarlet Witch. So
what's the objectives, Ben? You didn't go to Scarlet Witch.
No, he's come to Scarlet Witch. She's going to Hex Bolt him, basically.
Nuke him in the face.
Yeah, there's no power cost to this attack. It's a Mystic attack, Strength 6.
Oh, against my Mystic defense of 3.
Yeah.
Let's see how we do. Nothing. Oh dear.
Yeah.
But you've got 2 more dice you get to roll here, mate. I don't think it's going to matter in a second.
There's a 6. And we even had we even had failures.
I've got 5 health left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8.
Yeah, so you're going to gain 5 power from this. I'm going to take 5 damage.
Yeah.
And I will drop my Cosmic Cube. Where would you like that to be dropped? Anywhere within 2? Just there-ish, I imagine.
Right.
That was unexpectedly amazing there, wasn't it?
Yes.
There you go, mate.
She's got another one of those.
Yeah. Who are you going to nuke this time?
I think we'll go for Iron Man because he's outside the range 1 of that barricade.
He is. So Iron Man has got a Mystic defense of 3.
Yeah.
See how he does. Don't forget you've gained some power as well there.
Yeah.
Oh, Iron Man rolls nothing. Well.
And this is 6 dice. We include those, which is always nice. So that's 4 damage.
It will go down to 3,
Yep.
which just keeps him alive. And he will gain 3 power, as will you. Anything else from...
Well, she's stacked with power now. I mean, we could throw the barricade at Iron Man.
You could throw the barricade at Iron Man. Do you want to throw the barricade at Iron Man?
It'd be rude not to, wouldn't it?
How much power has she got then, mate? Because you've just got it off camera there, haven't you?
Yeah, she's just accumulated a lot. This will cost her.
She's got 10 in total.
Well, she's at her 10.
So you're going to chuck this at Iron Man, yeah?
Yeah.
That'll cost you 3, take you down to 7.
Yeah.
And this is a size 2 barricade, so a strength 3 hit.
Yeah.
And Iron Man's got a physical defense of 4. Let's see if he can dodge it. He does not. Oh no, he gets KO'd. I can't believe the damage she's just outputted.
She's just, yeah, that's, and I said last turn, I didn't want her to be the target of the board.
Yeah.
That's because she wanted other targets for herself.
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
I mean, you messed with Scarlet Witch. And
you came into her web.
Yeah.
So Black Widow's just going to turn around and be like, Scarlet Witch, you were supposed to be on our team. Like, you're supposed to be an Avenger.
And they were in Wakanda, but yeah.
She's clearly gone back to the dark side. So.
Well, no, these are the heroes. You're playing the villains today.
Shut up right now. I'm going to walk to here. I'm going to have to spend a power to pick up this cube.
So Black Widow, casually holding 2 cubes, as you do. And then I'm going to try and mix technique for an extra power. So this would normally cost me 2, but because of Captain America, it's going to cost me 1.
Reduce it to 1, yep.
And this is going to be 4 dice versus your physical defense.
Which is 3.
2 successes.
They're no use to me.
Lovely. So you get 2 damage, mate.
Yep.
More importantly, if I do damage to you, I get to give you the stagger condition, which is the one where you have to shake it
Yeah.
as your first action. And because I got a wild, I've also got elusive.
Yeah.
After this attack is resolved, I can advance small. I am going to run the hell away.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to go and stand and contest this origin bomb.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to spend the 2 power you've just given me. A curse when this character is damaged by an enemy effect. You can use this superpower. The attacking character gains judgment.
Lovely. And judgment does what?
Do not gain power when suffering damage from attacks.
Oh dear.
Which will limit her ability to regenerate.
Yeah, exactly.
The power from getting hit.
How dare you judge me as I stagger you? Like, basically, Black Widow walked, knocked her on her backside, and Scarlet Witch was just like, how dare you?
Yeah, and that's those 2 powers spent.
Lovely.
Okay, Mr. Sinister's sort of got this side to himself now for a bit. So we're moving over to the other side of the board. Magneto's going to move. He was outside range 3 to start with, but now he's definitely in range 2. So we're going to reverse some polarity with Hawkeye.
Screw your bow, I'm going to slap you in the face. Physical defense of 4 versus your stat of?
Yeah, this is a strength 6 attack.
Oh.
That's pretty terrible.
I rolled nothing.
I can re-roll any number of attack dice. Now, obviously not the failure, but that was otherwise
terrible.
Nothing.
My dice rolling is not great in this game. Go on then, roll a bucket of pain.
That's equally not so bad.
3.
There's currently 3 going through.
He'll take the 3 damage.
Yeah, and we've got a critical to add in, which is another 1, so that's 4. Okay, no, because actually we rolled the crits first because it was on the reroll.
So 3 damage is that?
3 damage.
Okay, he's got a health left. Poor Mr. Barton. He's not feeling particularly great. Get 3 power though, so he's really angry about it.
I gain power equal to the damage dealt, which is nice to accumulate.
Anything else from Mr. Magneto?
No, I think that will be.
He's quite happy. He's just going to slap
quite happy for now. Yeah.
Right, let's go with Clint then, because he's not particularly happy about the fact Magneto's just beating the living daylight out of him. He is near Cap, so the 2 of them are going to play my heave-ho tactic card. This says, 2 allied characters are within 2 or less of the same interactive feature of size 2 or less. They can both spend 1 power to play the card. One of them throws it medium. So basically, I'm going to spend a power each. We're going to pick up this barricade and chuck it at Magneto's face. So it's size 2, so this is a strength 3 hit.
Against Magneto's physical defense.
Yeah, your dodge roll.
3. It's quite good, 1 damage.
Take a tickle, knocks him down to...
He's took 2 damage now out of 6. He's gained a power.
We're getting there. I'm then going to spend a power to try and hook arrow myself just over to here. And then, it's target priority here. I think I'm going to go with the one who hasn't activated yet. I'm going to try and shoot Toad, mate.
Yep.
So it's going to be 5 dice versus Toad's physical defense.
Which is only 3.
Lovely. Is the energy defense 3 as well?
Yeah.
Lovely. So let's see how we do. 3 hits there.
1 block.
So that will be 2 damage.
2 damage.
There is a full quiver in there, so just to kind of ensure a little bit of death, I'm going to give him bleed just in case this second shot misses.
Yeah. Toad accumulates his extra power.
So that was 2 damage, so I gained 2 power.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to shoot him again, simply. So this is again going to be another 5 dice going against your physical defense.
Poor Toad.
Poor Toad. It's only 2 successes.
There's 2 crits.
There you go. He's absolutely fine. Go, okay, right.
Toad will get to go again.
The question is, do I now try and do this bomb, which could potentially kill Hawkeye? That's the challenge. I'm going to play another card. I don't really want to keep playing cards, but I think I'm going to have to because the risk is here. I'm going to play Second Wind, mate. So any number of Avengers may spend 1 power to play this card. Characters that spend 1 remove 1 damage. So both Cap, because he might as well, because he's on a wound, and Hawkeye are going to spend a power. So Hawkeye has got 2 wounds now, which he greatly appreciates. Cap is on full health. And then I'm going to spend a power with Hawkeye, because there is technically no one else contesting this, is there?
Toad's contesting.
Oh, he contests within 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's going to make this dice roll a little bit harder, isn't it? So I have got a energy stat of 2, and I need to basically...
Do you need 2?
I need 2 successes here, don't I? So I need crits, wilds, or hits. Come on, Hawkeye. Oh,
1v1.
Luckily, no wounds.
Nope.
So just as well. And that'll do with Hawkeye's activation.
Okay, so Toad, it's his final activation, and he's not happy with this Robin Hood that's turned up.
He's got big money to spend. You've got 8 power to spit acid.
We've got 8 power
face.
just to, so we're going to start off with a spit acid attack, which is to spend 2 power.
It's against my energy defense.
This is against energy defense,
which is
and it's a strength 5.
Oh, wow. Okay. A crit. Okay. We've got to start.
I get 2 hits. And you gain the Incinerate special condition.
Oh, very nice. I take a damage, which would generate me a power. It puts Clint back to 1 health. And Incinerate reduces one of my defense dice, doesn't it? It's not nice, so I'm actually going to struggle here greatly.
Because we've got 1 more roll to go.
So you're going to go again?
Going to go again.
I have an energy defense of 1. Come at me, bro.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. I think it's a success.
We've got a crit.
Yeah, I think you'll do the 1 damage there.
Yeah, we've done the damage.
That'll knock him out. God, the Avengers take an absolute pummeling this game. We'll get rid of that.
Yeah, not necessarily on the objective points, but we have...
But you've beaten the living daylights
We've beaten them up, so we're happy.
Anything else that you want to do?
No, I think Toad will now
He'll just bleed out. He'll quietly pass on.
Yeah.
And that's us done. Well, I'm light on Avengers here, mate. So
but you're heavy on
potential points.
On points, so
Cap is going to go while Toad is out cold. I'm going to try and see if I can then contest this. I'm going to spend this power to try and contest this objective. So I get 4 dice here because my energy defense is 4, which is quite good. I need a success. Well, no, then I guess. I suppose no schools is good.
No,
but. And I'm just going to have to hit him, aren't I? Let's see how you like this. I'm going to go for a shield throw rather than a strike because I want the guaranteed power that I get after resolving
And this is at Magneto?
It is at Magneto.
So I'm going to use the force projection, spending 2 power, so that I can use my Mystic Defense, because it's the last turn we're about to regenerate power anyway.
So stat 5 versus your mystical defense of?
6.
Oh, right, let's see how we do. 2 successes.
There's 2 crits at least in a block. So
you're absolutely
3.
fine.
Yep.
I would get the ricochet, but there's no one else to hit, so basically I just literally...
Well, you took the poor Toad out.
I did take the Toad out, so I just gain a power, which I will try and use to interact with this bomb again next turn.
Yeah.
And that's Cap all done. The potential that Cap has screwed me there, I really needed him to take that objective, because Mr. Sinister's going to go now, isn't he?
Yeah, Mr. Sinister quite fancies this one. There is a dazed Iron Man, so obviously he won't affect the roll, but we would like to get rid of... Black Widow first if possible, so we're going to move first.
She's going to take 2 damage at the end of this anyway at some point.
Now, I don't want to spend my power because I'm going to need that if I try and interact in a minute, so I've got to do my standard strike attack, which is an energy attack of strength 5.
Oh, an energy attack. Oh, my energy defense is only 2. 3 successes.
And there's 3 successes.
And I will roll. Nothing. So you do 3 damage.
3 damage.
Which, frustratingly, is enough to knock her out. So I'm going to hand you these power cubes because now she's going to leak confetti everywhere. And I don't even get any power for that because you judged me.
Okay, Black Widow's leaked some cube fragments. Mr. Sinister's now surrounded by objectives and he gains power equal to the damage dealt.
Which was
from
3.
the strike, which is 3. So he's actually now powered up to start hoovering up some objectives. So I'm going to spend a power to interact and pick up the cubes. There's no limitation on the card.
Yep, so you spend 2 power, 1 for each cube.
Yep.
And then you're going to try and flip the switch as well.
Yes, we're going to try and generate this, so that will put him back down to 1 power. Basically, the power Widow gave him. It's just putting up to good use.
It's all good. So there's no one contesting. You just need 1 success here.
Yep, for my 3 dice. There's 1 success.
You flip that over.
Yep.
So if you put that colour to yours, mate,
yep.
that's going to be a big point swing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Sinister has just finished this turn. I mean, Scarlet Witch
It's done so
took
much
this
damage.
part of the board, and then Sinister's gone, thank you.
Right, we'll go total it up and we'll be back in a sec. And here we are at the end of the second turn, going into the third, and we're into the swingy part of the game now, aren't we, mate?
Yeah.
Because you KO'd 4 of my characters.
Yeah.
You then got loads of points. So you have, 4 cubes
4
to my
cubes.
1,
Yeah.
and you managed to have the controlling share because of blooming Captain America as I shake my fist off camera at him.
Yeah.
Which means that you are on 9 points to my 7, we believe.
Yeah. Well, obviously, it's expensive in terms of my activations. That's the
And damage
potential
as well, yeah.
problem for going forward.
Yeah, the upside is you're going to have a lot of priority going forward now. Toad's dead. Downside
Yeah.
is not this turn.
No.
Thor's very angry with you.
He shouldn't be.
Thor is not best pleased with it. He should be. He should be all right. He should be chill.
Yeah.
So yeah, thoughts going into this turn?
Well, you've got priority, and then I think it's all about the order, isn't it? Because there's so many battles going on, but you can only start with 1. So
Yeah, Magneto with just Cap and Hawkeye to deal with. It feels like less of a priority. I feel like
Whereas-
Scarlet Witch and Mr. Sinister,
Yeah.
more of an issue.
I'm not worried about them.
So without further ado, we'll go into turn 3, which will be led by the Avengers. Well, Thor's not happy. Thor slept half of this game.
Yeah.
He's really not pleased. So
It's 4 from Endgame.
it's just, every strike will go for the head though, don't
Yeah.
worry. But he knows that Scarlet Witch has no more mutants, so I really want to for Asgard, but I'm going to have to do this the long way. So I'm going to play another card. I'm going to play Avengers Assemble, mate, which basically Avengers can play 1 power to basically move short. So I'm just going to cut away and do that now. And yeah, Thor has moved, and also, Captain America and Hawkeye have tactically walked outside of 2 inches of Magneto or range 2. They don't particularly want to be close to his big metal storm.
because they're not Earth's mightiest heroes. The Brotherhood are Earth's mightiest heroes.
No,
they walk away
don't
from the
stop.
fight.
We're not walking away. We're tactically repositioning. It's Hawkeye. He's got a long distance weapon, Ben. You got
He decided to come to our half of the board.
yeah. We own this half.
Yeah.
Anyway, Thor's going to go. He's going to try and deal with Scarlet Witch because then I can for Asgard and start dealing with Mr. Sinister. So this is going to be a strike action, which is 6 dice versus your physical defense, my dear.
Yeah, which is only 3.
See how we do? 2.
There's a crit and Scarlet Witch counts fails.
Nice.
So that's 2.
So you have 2. Well,
Yeah.
I have managed to get a wild, which says throw. Before damage is dealt, the character is size 4 or less. This character may throw it away small. So I am going to chuck Scarlet Witch. Annoyingly, she's still only got 2 health, so it's not going to do tons of damage. I am going to chuck her into this bin. So she'll sustain a point of damage.
Yeah.
The bin will explode in bin glory. You would gain a power. I think you're pretty much fully stacked, aren't you, at this stage?
Yeah.
And then no damage goes through, which is a bit of a pain. Now, yeah, I really want to use a superpower, but you've kind of robbed me of this ability. I mean, I could spend it, but do you just cancel the action, or do you just prevent it? Do I still get to do an action if you cancel this?
I can cancel the superpower from going ahead.
Right, so because this is an action, I'm not going to risk it, basically.
Right.
I am going to instead do a hammer throw, mates. This is going to cost me 1 power.
Yeah.
And this is going to be 5 dice versus Scarlet Witch's physical defense. Let's keep beating her up.
Which is 3. She's only got 1 wound left.
See how we do? A success. God damn, my dice.
2 crits.
Well, I guess it's going to be like that. I am then going to try and use a superpower, Ben. I am going to use Strongest Avenger. This will cost me 2 power, and I get to throw a piece of terrain medium.
And this is a an active or reactive superpower.
It is an active superpower. Like, in retrospect, I wish I should have just thrown now and then just made you decide whether or not you want to cancel it.
Yeah,
I'm going to throw
but no, it's only a size 1 barrier.
size
so
1, and I can't hit Scarlet Witch now. I moved her out of range, so I am going to just chuck
He got too angry and he's not.
He's really furious. He's going to lob it at Mr. Sinister. So this will cost me 2 power because Cap's discount comes into play. I presume you're going to be happy to let this go through.
Yeah.
So a strength 2 hit versus Mr. Sinister's physical defense.
Which is 3. And he gets nothing.
So
Or nothing useful.
Take 2 damage. He does gain 2 power for it though. Well, how much health does that knock him
He's
down
on
to?
4 of. He's taken 4 of 6.
What a thoroughly disappointed activation, Thor, but we'll take it for now.
Okay, so Mr. Sinister is going to activate next. Obviously, 4's activated, so I'm not in a rush to use Scarlet Witch just yet.
Still lamenting Thor. That was poor play.
Yeah, we're going to go with Mr. Sinister because they've combined nicely to start using his beam attack now and start collecting some genetic samples.
You're going to point blank nuke these 2 in front of him.
Yeah, it's genetic splicing, which is a mystic attack of strength 5. It costs 1 power, and after each attack's resolved, we'll gain a genetic sample. So I'm going to do it the first one.
Lovely.
And
Mystical, yeah?
mystical, yeah, and we'll hit Iron Man first.
Iron Man has a mystic defense of 3. He gets a crit and a swirly whirly whirly. 2 successes.
And there's another crit. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes for Mr. Sinister.
It would be 2 damage. It goes down to 1 because I am invincible Iron Man.
Yep.
Gain a point of power there. Black Widow.
Black Widow.
She's got a mystic defense of 4. She's actually quite good. So she'll roll. Oh, she counts blanks for her defense if she's against physical attacks or energy, so nothing there. That is appalling.
Yeah, well, that's pretty bad. It's 1.
1 damage.
Yeah.
She will take that 1 damage, but then she will gain a power. She's then going to use her counter-strike, mate. So I'm going to spend this 1 because Captain America reasons. I get to roll 4 dice. I deal 1 damage for each crit or wild that I roll.
Yeah.
How much health has he got left? 2?
He's got 2 health left.
Come on, good roll. Well.
What?
Dice hate me. Nothing at all. God damn it, Black Widow. Right, you going to beat me again by any chance?
Yep, I'm going to. Although, firstly, I think we might want to take another sample. Some genetic negation. So choose an enemy character within 3, remove 1 genetic sample, and they gain the root special condition.
Who are you going to root up?
I've got enough power. I could do both. It's not limited to 1 use.
Okay.
It isn't not limited to 1 use. I think I'll
Spend 2 power.
I can only take 1 more sample, but it's good to give them both a root condition.
Lovely. Root basically means that you have to spend an extra power for a superpower.
Yeah.
Right. If you get a root token out there, mate, and we'll put an extra 1 on them in a second. So you've lost 2 samples, or you gained a sample there?
I've gained an extra sample. I'm stacked how many samples I can have at the minute, but I'm still going to do another genetic splicing attack.
Perfect. So this is another beam attack.
Yeah.
Iron Man first?
Iron Man first because of the order. I want, obviously, Widow's counter-strike.
Oh, dice. Nothing.
There's only 2, though, in that one.
Right, so 2 damage goes down to 1 again. Oh, Iron Man, you are... I'm not even going to blame the Avengers here. I'm going to blame my dice. That's what we do. That's a professional way of blaming the game. Right, Black Widow. Mystical Defense of 4.
Yep.
There is a crit in there.
There's a crit. There's 3.
So I don't get the blanks here. That is 2 successes. So I take another point of damage. However, I do now have enough to counter-strike you again, mate. But I'd have to spend the power, wouldn't I? What's the root again do? It costs me 1 extra.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do it then in that case. So she is down to 2 more wounds. Anything else for Mr. Sinister?
No, he's got his samples now.
He's ready.
He's really happy. Yeah. We did note that in the last, the second of Sinister's beam attack, he did have an extra dice added into the pool, but he did 2 damage, which Iron Man reduces to 1.
Yeah,
if it had been 1 going
way.
through, Invincible Iron Man can't reduce it to 0, so...
Speaking of Iron
that's
Man...
clear, but Iron Man's still ready to go now.
He's really angry, yeah. He's gonna...
He shouldn't be.
Oh, he's gonna Friday 8 ice. This will cost me a power, and then it would cost me 2, but Cap reduces it by 1, so it costs me 2 power anyway. He's then gonna try and unibeam, so this costs me 4 power. So I have 3 left after this. And this would be 6 dice up to 8. And this is a beam that will hit Mr. Sinister and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
This is going to be against short energy defense, mate.
Energy defense, which is Mr. Sinister first.
Yes.
Yeah, which is 3.
Lovely. Let's see how we do.
He only gets 1 block.
Well,
I think he's taking his 2 wounds.
yeah, he'll take his 2 wounds,
Yeah.
and that will knock him out. How many cosmic cubes is he
He's
dropping everywhere?
dropping 2.
I'll grab those, mate. I'm just going to casually drop them there and there for reasons in a second.
And he'll regain his power. Ready for next turn.
And then we'll try and hit Scarlet Witch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And this is energy again.
Energy again for her.
Against 4.
That is 5 successes.
There is a block and a crit. I don't know if this is going to be enough. She's blocked 3.
So that's 5, 2 damage.
2 damage. She only has 1 health.
Lovely. So she gains another power.
Yep.
Make sure we've got the root next to these 2 here as well, and she'll lose that luckily. Okay, that's a start, isn't it? It's not a bad way to go. We need to work out what we're going to do now. So, the root is when I use an active or reactive ability, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
So, I've only got 3 power. This is the problem. I kind of want to patch someone up, but it's whether I patch up Black Widow or patch up Iron Man. And I've still got an action that I can do after this. So I'm going to have a quick think. And after a little bit of thought, we're going to go with Iron Man. We're going to spend 1 of the powers. We're saying Scarlet Witch has also confettied a cube out, hasn't she?
Yep.
We're going to spend 1. We're going to try and see if we can flick the switch on this token here, this bomb. So I need 1 success here off 3 dice with my energy.
Fine.
Come on, scientist boy. Yes, he is super successful with that. That's important. Unlike Captain America, who's bloody useless at it. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to spend a power to pick up this cosmic cube. So Iron Man will be holding that. We're then going to spend a power to patch up. Now, this isn't the best use of this ability, but the patch up is going to allow me to heal a wound on Black Widow, and that is potentially very important because she is going to need to pick up some cubes in a second, and that would usually kill her. So she's only taken 1 wound so far, so she's got 3 left. And then Iron Man still actually has an action, so he's just going to tactically retreat to a nearby rooftop.
Okay, so Magneto, he's seen what's happened on the other side of the board and he's not very happy at the minute. Basically, he's called for a Magnetic Crush. He has to spend 5 power to play this card, and we get the Magnetic Crush attack. This is range 4, not a problem, because your friends have come to him.
Yeah, I'm all around the metal at the moment.
Yeah, it's strength 6. However, when creating the dice pool, you may destroy any number of terrain features of size 3 or less within 2 of the target character. And we add them to the dice pool. So we've got the car.
Yeah.
We're going to target Captain America because we could go for Hawkeye to the house, but Cap's going to bodyguard it anyway.
Yeah, so you're going to go
it's
against Captain America.
Going against Captain America. So that
we'll tactically
is 6 plus an additional 2 dice.
Cap's going to spend a power to put his shield up in the hope that it'll protect him. So he's on 6 dice as well. Physical defense, you say?
Yep.
See how we do. It's not amazing.
It's not great.
There's a crit in there. 3 currently.
There's only 4.
Oh, a point of damage. Cap will gladly take that. It puts him down to 3 health.
And Hawkeye suffers damage for being within 2 of Captain America.
Oh, how dare you. Do I get a power for that, though? He is doing damage to me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Knocks Hawkeye down to 4. I'll put 1 here. I think he's still got room for more.
Okay, and I think I'm going to have to attack somebody else as well, using his base attack.
Who are you going to go with?
Magneto's now, he's going to start throwing some things around. So we're going to use Fatal Attraction. I'm going to spend 3 power so that we can throw this Daily Bugle at Hawkeye.
I mean, this is an attack, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to bodyguard it. I'm just going to take... Cap's going to jump in front of a building and be like, my shield will protect me.
Yeah.
So that is a size 3, isn't it?
Yes.
So up to 4.
Yeah.
Cap's got 4 physical defense.
Yeah.
It's not amazing, but there is a crit in there, thank God. Oh, so that would be, what, 3 damage going through? He only has 3 left. That is enough to KO him. Meaning he will drop a cube. I presume you want it near Magneto.
Yeah.
That will knock him dazed. I mean, Cap did take the bullet, like the hero that he is.
Yeah. Because the terrain feature's destroyed, we have the opportunity to gain a power. That's the leadership ability.
Very nice.
Now, we could pick up a cube and then hit Hawkeye. That seems a logical thing to do.
Yep, so spend your power.
Yeah.
And I'll pass this over to you, my dear. And then you're going to strike at Hawkeye.
Yep.
Hawkeye, physical defense, mental defense, what are we going with?
This is physical, strength 6.
Physical of 4. He's okay, Clint. See how we do. Dice.
There's 2 crits and a wild, so
Yep.
not great, but
Well,
2 more to
Two
come.
more, it'll be enough to kill him.
No.
Right,
That's 3.
3 damage, wowzers. Hawkeye has got a health left because
And I
you did ping him.
Also push you short after the attack's resolved.
Lovely. We'll do that. You've had some just beastly activations here.
Yeah, I mean, the magnetic crush didn't do quite everything, but we still managed to disrupt Cap for this turn, so...
Lovely. Well, then I better go with Hawkeye. He's got 1 health left, and he needs to get these cosmic cubes off Magneto, which is no small task.
Nope.
So I am going to declare an arrow shot at Magneto, mate. This is going to be 5 dice versus your energy defense, I'm going to say.
Yes, I'm going to spend the 2 power that he's got at the moment.
This will make it into your mystic defense.
Yep.
And we'll see how we do. That is 1 success. So far.
1.
Get the crit, though. Come
Yeah.
on, be a damage, be a damage. Hey, you take a point of damage.
So he's got 2 wounds left.
Lovely.
And
I
gains a power.
gain power as well, but I think I'm on a full stack as is. I'm going to do it again, to no surprise.
Yeah.
This is going to be 5 dice again versus
He's
your
not got enough power, though, to
do it. Right.
change his defense stats.
Oh, it's better. Okay.
Thankfully, that one better for me. 2.
4.
So that's
yeah, 2
2
health
damage.
left. 2 damage then, my dear.
Yeah.
Give me your cubes. Hand them over to me. Hand them over. Thank you. I mean, I can't actually go and grab them because if Hawkeye's holding them, he's dead. And I don't want him to die just yet. So I'm just going to chuck 1 there and 1 here. So when Magneto does wake up, he's going to have to pick which direction he goes in. Oh, is it worth going for all the points though, Hawkeye? Is it worth it going for all the points for the sake of my assassins dying? Yes, right. We're going to take the risk. He's going to drop both there, okay?
Yeah.
Hawkeye's going to spend a power, because Cap is still alive technically,
Yeah.
to hook arrow himself to here.
Yeah.
He's going to spend 2 power.
Yeah.
I've not even done the maths on the scoreboard yet. This might
No.
be completely fruitless, but I'm going to pick up both of these cosmic cubes
Yeah.
and cradle them like small children. Just Black Widow left then. She's going to run it to the end zone.
Yeah.
She's going to spend a power. This isn't an action, so this isn't an attack, so the root doesn't take effect. She's going to pick up this cosmic cube. She's then going to move. She's a super speedy gal, so she's going to move to there. She's going to spend another power to pick it up. And then she's going for it. She's absolutely going for it, Ben. She's going to try and run into your deployment zone, basically, with it. And just stay away and try and give you... You're going to have priority. I'm just going to try and give you the worst possible choices at the end of the turn there. And here we are at the end of the 3rd turn going into 4th. Now, what the hell is this? Why is there a second Black Widow on the board, Ben?
Well, Mr. Sinister's used his cloning banks. We had 4 genetic samples, and we've created our own Black Widow.
Stronger, better, faster, more mutancy.
Yeah.
So you've got a mutant Black Widow hanging out now.
Yeah.
That is absolutely horrendous. I do not appreciate it.
Unfortunately, it could be too late for objective points. It's very close.
Yeah, I've swayed
yeah.
a lot there by having all 5 tokens. I mean, Hawkeye has exploded into confetti, but by our count, that leads me to 15 to your 9.
Yeah.
But everyone on your side is now very angry and ready to do some damage.
Yeah.
And Magneto is pretty good. He's ready with 2 tokens here. The only choice you've got is who do you chase first, isn't it, mate? It's whether it's Iron Man, Black Widow, and how that goes. But you do have priority.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
I think it's going to need quite a bit of thought. So
Yeah, a little bit of planning. So we'll go to the first activation of turn 4, which will be the Brotherhood.
Okay, so Magneto's first. Now, we've looked at his attacks and obviously Cap's on his injured side. He's very difficult to damage.
He can do this all day.
He can do it all day. So we're going to play objective-based with Magneto.
Yep.
Going to spend a power each to pick up his cube fragments again.
And he hoovers those.
Yep.
And then you're just going to mosey, aren't you?
Yep, he's going to double move over to the meteor in the centre, and we're going to try and overturn this. There's no contest, so...
Just need 1 success for your energy dice.
We get 1 success.
Lovely, so we'll flip that from green to red. And now it's a race for the points.
Yeah.
Over to Black Widow. She is also just going to run away. She's going to spend 1 to move to here. And she's going to spend a second. She's a hero, Ben. She's still a hero.
Yeah.
She's going to go to hit. Look, she's making the sacrifice that everyone else doesn't want to make.
Yeah.
By not attacking. She's just going to get off the board. She's like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
Evac.
Okay, obviously we've seen Widow run off. So
Heroically retreat.
No, she's run away. So we know Iron Man's about to try and do the same. So the only option is for Sinister to try and take him out.
Yes, he's going to have to, isn't he?
He is at range 4, so we can do some genetic splicing, strength 5 and spend a power.
So we said that I'm going to get some cover here, whether or not it's rules-wise. I've got a building to hide behind.
Yeah.
So against my mystical defense of 3?
Yeah. Absolutely nothing.
Well, I convert 1 to a block, so I'll take
Yeah.
it. He's on 2 health, Iron Man. You may well do it again if you hit him again.
Yeah, we've got to go again.
That was very lucky. See how we do this time.
That's only 3.
Okay, a crit. All right, I'm going to turn that to a shield because of my cover. 2 successes.
Yeah, and 3 hits.
So either way, you would have done a damage to me, whether or not I had cover, because I reduced it by 1. So I'm on 1 solitary point of health left, mate.
Yeah.
And a gain of power, which is not going to be used because I'm going to run away in a second. Anything else for Mr. Sinister?
Again, some more genetic samples for those, but possibly too late for the game.
Lovely. Right, I'm going to be a petty so-and-so and leave you with a parting shot, mate. Iron Man is going to spend 3, would cost 4, but 3. Root doesn't affect this because this isn't a superpower, to Unibeam. However, I'm going to say you get cover as well because I'm literally laser beaming through a building.
Yeah.
It will hit Sinister and Black Widow. Fake Black Widow. Fake, not legit Black Widow.
No, legit Black Widow.
So I can't Friday AI, so this is going to be 6 dice versus Sinister's energy defense of
3.
See how we do. It's not bad.
He's got 1.
That is 4, so that would be 3 damage going through to
Might as well spend his 2 sample tokens to reduce it.
Yes, it's the first time he's done this game, isn't
Yeah.
it? So he reduced it to 1 damage.
Yeah.
So you gain a power.
And we gain a power.
And then we're going to go for Black Widow, so 6 dice versus her energy defense of like 2. I can tell you I've got the card in front of me, so... it's 2 successes, though. It's not great.
1 block.
There you go.
A damage.
Yeah, you can't convert the crit to a shield, so a damage. And then tactically, I mean, what Mr. Sinister? Can Mr. Sinister with his splicing reduce it to 0 damage? Or is it just reduced to a minimum of 1? Because actually with the cover, you could have reduced it by 1 extra.
It's just to reduce a damage for each token.
Yeah, there you go. So you could have no damage if you wanted to. Iron Man is just going to then back away just off camera, just to...
Okay, Mr. Sinister actually converted his cover into a block.
So he's taking no wounds?
No wounds.
We're taking the power off.
And the power off as well. Now, Scarlet Witch, because of the cowardice, there's no targets in range other than 4.
How is it? They're literally sacrificed. They're going to die. If there was another power phase, they would both die.
Yeah.
Thor, on the other hand, has done nothing this game. You deserve to beat the living daylights out.
Well, Scarlet Witch is just going to absolutely...
She's going to oblige.
Yeah, she's going to
do
oblige. We've got plenty of power, so I'm going to spend 6 first of all to do the cruel twist.
This is against my Mystic Defense?
Yeah.
Of 3. How many dice are you rolling?
8.
Oh, okay. A success. 1.
I was going to say you can't add crits.
No, she stops it, doesn't she?
For this one.
You get crits, though.
Okay.
You get them crits.
She also gets fails.
Nice, that helps a lot. So you got 2 more dice to add
And
in.
because of a fail, we've triggered the condition, because it's a fail rather than a wild trigger for this. We can change 1 to a blank. So we can change that 1 to a blank.
You can, don't forget your crits, you get 2 more dice.
Yep.
You might one-shot him here.
And it's another fail,
How
which
many
is
is that in
good.
total?
So that's 6.
He's got 2 wounds left. He's totally okay. I would put power on him, but I don't think there's going to be much point in a second.
We've not got enough power to do that twice because it's 6.
Shame that.
But we can hex bolt. It's 6 dice.
Against my Mystic Defense again?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. There's a crit.
It's okay in this one.
All right. I'm allowed to have my crit this time.
Yeah.
That's 1 success.
I've got 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Scarlet Witch. We get your points.
Yeah.
Murdered the God of Thunder.
Yeah.
What has Thor done this game?
He's stood there.
He has. He's beautiful in that sense. Do you want to do anything else for Scarlet Witch?
Nothing really. Nothing extra to do. She's made a point.
Cap is going to go. He's going to try and use this newfangled technology here. He's going to spend a power.
Yeah.
He's going to try and see if he can defuse this bomb. He has got 4 And he's looking for just one success.
Just one success. Which is this.
Yes, he understands it now. He's learnt its ways. Just means that your Black Widow, the fake Black Widow, we'll have to confirm mine.
Black Widow.
I'm then just going to move. I'm not even going to measure it, mate. I'm just literally going to move to there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to lob a shield at Magneto's face.
Yeah.
So this is 5 dice versus your physical defense.
I might as well spend 2 power because there's nothing else to use it on. So Mystic Defense.
2 successes, but there's a crit.
That was a blank, went in the bus stop. We've got 2 successes, but one of them's a crit. 2 successes.
3 successes. Take a point of damage. You'll
will
like it. And I would ricochet, but there's literally no one nearby. And that is going to be cap done.
Okay, and the final activation, the real Black Widow is now going to try and change this over. So all we need to do is move, then spend a power.
2 dice.
2 dice.
Can she work it out?
She can't.
Loves it.
Because she's got... she's enhanced. She knows how to work the technology.
There's that splicing genes that allows her to know and understand it.
Yeah.
Right, and that'll bring us to the end of the turn. So we'll total up the points and we'll see how the game finishes. And here we are at the end of turn 4, and it is a heroic sacrifice by the noble Avengers.
Well, they're hidden in opposite corners of the board.
That is one of the closest games I've ever played. So I have 3 cosmic cubes, which gets me 3 points, gets me past the 16 mark, but you almost caught up. You could have had an extra round there.
Yeah.
You have, 2 cubes and the controlling share, so we believe by our count it's 14 to 16.
Yeah, if there was another turn, I think Brotherhood might have been in it, but you've got over the line.
Well, so handshake, mate. Thank you for the game. Well done. And we'll go to our post-match summary in a sec. Well, that was probably one of the closest games we could have recorded. That's insane. We were saying, we had a little tea break between the penultimate turn and the last one, and we basically said the rubber banding in this game is phenomenal in the sense of you get absolutely smashed, but then you come back really strong, and they've been whittled, and then vice versa.
There's every turn there was a... Yeah.
If there would have been one more turn, you would have absolutely smashed that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Thor and Scarlet Witch.
Let's talk about what Thor did in the game.
Yeah. That No More Mutants is a hell of a deterrent because just knowing that because Thor's for Asgard is an action and the card says it counts that you've used the action. So it's like, well, I could for Asgard, but I've got 1 action left. So it was stopping me from getting a lot of movement out of Thor, which is what I like.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing that stopped him is he had 8 wounds from standing and Scarlet Witch nuked him.
Yeah, she does that.
She does that. So
I
can't wait. She's on my Christmas list. Any other MVPs for you? Anyone else that stood out? Toad took a hell of damage to start with.
Yeah, and Toad, although he went reasonably early, it took a lot for him to be taken. So he's solid support character. Sinister grew our own.
We absolutely love that. As soon as you were like, right, I'm going to grow someone, I was like, you're going to grow Toad again? And he was like, no, I have this. And I was like, oh, Black Widow is a really good choice. It's really thematic. And Magneto just crushing everything around him.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's hard to pick an MVP, to be honest. I think, weirdly, Black Widow and Hawkeye, despite taking all the damage, they were the ones who actually
they got your tokens, and Iron Man got the tokens,
Captain America trying to work out
spread it around,
Yeah, I think the Cosmic Cubes are interesting. We're saying they make the battle report go a lot quicker because the damage just pings.
Yeah, and that was a bit costly to Magneto because he was holding 2, but eventually they'd taken out to Jock at one point.
Definitely.
But I think you spread the burden around, so it did tend to work quite well.
You spread the cubes. It's like the Guardians; they could all hold 1 each, essentially. Speaking of stones of power, who are you potentially bringing next time? Because you obviously love playing the good guys.
Another good guy team next time, the Black Order.
Black Order, well known for their good guy acts.
Yep.
It was a toss-up between the two, wasn't it? I can't wait to see them on the table. They get extra VP for murdering people.
Yeah.
So they are right up my alley. So Ben will destroy me with them, and then I will be like, I want that crew.
Yeah.
So we hope you've enjoyed this battle report. As always, remember, we're very much casual players. We play for fun, and we hope you've enjoyed it and encourages you to pick up this game and give it a try as well. A massive thank you from me, a massive thank you from Ben, and for Ben, for your wonderful painted crew. Thank you for that. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Well, a massive thank you for watching that video, guys. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to find some more, they should be over here. And if you want to support the channel and the content that we create here, there's links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. Take care.